Okay, good morning, guys. It's been a long time. Today I'm back. Yeah, I don't know if you miss me, but it's nice to miss someone. It's nice. Today, I've been making videos on Voltronics product for a while now. Recently, I've been very busy. I've not been around. There's this product that I lay my hands on, and I said I'm gonna make a video about it when I have the time. Today, the time is finally here. It's about the MKS uh, products, the King and the MKS. Now, Voltronics have a whole lot of product range. One of them is the Axpert King, and one of them is the Axpert MKS. Now, the MKS has this charge controller here, and the Axpert King has this charge controller here. What I want to do today is to see if there's really a big difference in terms of the circuit layout and the composition of the circuitry, aside from the contents of the microcontrollers that they use. You can see there's a microcontroller here. The on tag on this particular one, it's 2425, and on this one the tag is 1330 02G. This one is 00G. You can see this is 00G. So I'm going to make a comparison. Of the two of them circuitry wise. So we are going to ignore this big coil here, this inductor. We are going to ignore it because the one for MKS is mounted on a separate chassis, while the one for Axpert King is mounted on the PCB. I think that's one difference that you can see there. And then the form factor in the MKS version, this is the form factor that is used, and in the Axpert King is just a normal plain board, no form factor, no special carvings and anything. So let's dive into the circuit proper. Like you can see, this is the communication channel. This is what it uses to tell the inverter, which is connected to, that yeah, you should turn on, I have solar power present. And this one is what the inverter used to talk to this controller via this optocouplers. So that's what it tells the microcontroller: generate more or generate less, or the battery is fully charged, stop charging, or send most of the power to load, and all of that. This is the channel. I think it uses a serial communication or sort of things like that. So if you come over to the Axpert King, you can see it has a similar channel here. This channel, this is it. So in terms of communication, no difference. It also has this pin, these two pin that it uses to tell the inverter to power on, that it has seen a solar present. You can also see the similar thing. It has two thermal sensors here. You can also see. Now you go in terms of power, that's the power supply to the microcontroller. You can see here, this is the SMPS power unit that produces the 5 volt, which is used to power this microcontroller. The similar design is just here. You can see this is it, used to power this microcontroller. Now coming down to the driving circuitry of the microcontroller. Now before we go ahead from there, in this particular unit you have 1, 2, 3 opto isolators, but you have just 2 opto isolators here, and this is the third one. So 1 for this, which is 1 for this 2 for this, which is this 2 for this. So there's basically no difference in that aspect. So we move further. Let's go into the driving circuitry. If you flip this down, you can see here This is the driving circuitry, which is used to drive these MOSFETs that you have here. If you come over here, flip it down, you have a driving circuitry like that here. You might now be observing that there is no tiny component like this, but I can tell you that it's still there. This guy is not in this place. You can't see it here, but if you move a bit further, if you should move a bit further, flip this guy around, and Beulah, you can see these two guys here. This guy, this is it. This guy, this is it. Not available anywhere else. You can see this. If you flip this around, you can see it here. So basically, aside from in terms of the codes, which we have not been able to diagnose to see that, aside from the codes that runs in the microcontrollers, every other thing is the same. Everything is the same. So let's assume the codes are the same. I feel that this unit can be interchanged with this unit and it will still work perfectly. You can see this too. These are voltage regulators. You can also see two voltage regulators here. You can see it. So there is basically no physical difference, or in terms of circuitry, there's no circuitry difference between these two charge controllers. But if there exists any difference, it will be in terms of the form factor and in terms of the firmware that is running. That would be the only difference that would exist. So one can try to swap this. I feel that if you put this one, which I will do in a separate video, using this charge controller on an MKS inverter, and once I do that video, I will post it. So you subscribe to this channel, give us thumb up, share our videos, and as we post more videos, you get to learn more about high frequency systems, Voltronics products, and general inverter solutions. Thank you.